Hi guys, so today I am in a little bit different space. I'm in my living room because Harry is asleep downstairs in our room. So, excuse any background noise you hear. I live below like a flight path, that's the word, a flight path. So if you do hear airplanes or anything, that's why. And the only other person other than Harry in the house is my dad, and he's asleep on the other side of this wall right here. So if you do hear that, that's him. Well, that's out of the way. Today is Sunday, December 20th, and I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about the last week because I've been doing my stims, which is stimulation medication, for my egg retrieval. Like I said in my last video, I am doing egg retrieval this month, which is so exciting. And we are getting closer and closer. So I do have my notebook like right here next to me. And I just wanted to go over everything with you guys. So I don't know if I talked about the day I had my baseline in my last video, but I did have my baseline done on Saturday the 12th, and at that point all they told me from my baseline ultrasound was that I had multiple, I think the word they used was multiple, which is more than 10 follicles on each ovary, which is a really great starting point. We're starting off with at least 20, if not more. And at that point, they put me on 150 units of Gonal-F twice a day, morning, evening. So I did that. I started that injection on Saturday night. So I did Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I did days of that. And then on Thursday, the 17th, so just a couple days ago, I did go in and have my first monitoring done. And that was just blood work. They tested my estradiol level, which is your estrogen, and at that point it was 226. So at that point, the nurse did say to me, when you get over 300, we're going to add in cetrotide, which is a medication that prevents your body from ovulating and just works with the Gonal-F. The Gonal-F is helping your follicles grow and produce a lot of follicles. And the cetrotide is ensuring that the follicles stay where they're at and don't ovulate. So she did say to me on Thursday, she was like, come back in on Friday morning. We're going to do blood and ultrasound. So on Friday, I did that. I came in and there were multiple follicles on each side that were measuring between 5 and 10 millimeters. And at that point, they consider multiple in that sense more than 5, but they don't tell you how many. I also had a ton of smaller than 5 on each side, and I had one measurable follicle of 11 millimeters on my right ovary. And at that point, my estradiol was 315. So as of Friday night, they told me to up my Gonal-F from 150 units to 187.5 units, and also to add in the cetrotide on Saturday morning. That is once a day, it's mornings. And that's, I want to say it's 25 units or 0.25, but don't quote me on that. So yesterday morning was the first dose of cetrotide along with the Gonal-F up dose, although the up dose started on Saturday night. And I did that yesterday. I did that this morning because today's Sunday. And I went in this morning for my next monitoring, and they did blood and ultrasound. I am still waiting on them to call. So when they do call, I'll film that and I'll add it on to the end of this. But I can get on like the hospital app and it tells me the test results. It just doesn't tell me like the next step in our plan. So my estradiol this morning was 803. So it went up almost 500 from Friday, which is great. And I have multiple, meaning more than 5 follicles on each side that are measuring 5 to 10 millimeters. I also have 5 measurable follicles on my right side and 6 measurable follicles on my left side. And they range anywhere from 11 to 16 millimeters. So they are getting bigger. It's going really well. If I had to guess, personally, I would say the egg retrieval is probably going to be on Wednesday, which is the 23rd, which is also the last day that my donor sperm is good for, because I think I said in my last video, my sperm donor, like his vial, had to be delivered to my house this time. When I was at a fertility clinic before, when I did IUI, my donor could be delivered straight there and they would hold him for my procedure. This hospital doesn't do that, the hospital I'm at now. So I currently, sitting in my playroom, which is right on the other side of this wall, I have a vial of my donor sperm sitting in a massive tank. It's a 7-day tank. So he was delivered on Wednesday and he's good till Wednesday. And it's like a 3 foot tall, maybe even taller. It's a 3 foot tall, like 10-ish pound, 10 to 15 pound tank that I'm just supposed to not touch, not look in, not open, nothing. So I'm following orders and he's sitting in my playroom, which is crazy. All right, so the nurse just called and she said that the 11 follicles that are measurable are looking great. My estradiol level is great, but we are not ready for egg retrieval. She has me coming in on Tuesday, the 22nd, for blood and ultrasound, again in the morning. And, you know, I said to her, because I'm a little concerned about, you know, like topping off my donor sperm, because he runs out on Wednesday. And she said, yeah, this isn't going to happen on Wednesday, so I would touch base with your cryobank and figure out when to do that. It will probably take place on Thursday, Friday. Thursday is Christmas Eve, Friday is Christmas Day, so yeah, that's where we're at right now. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I definitely wanted this done before Christmas. So I have a 1-year-old and I don't want to ruin his Christmas by having egg retrieval on Christmas Day. I don't want to ruin my family's Christmas because, you know, COVID did that enough. So I'm feeling a little guilty about that right now. So I guess my hope at this point is that we do it on Christmas Eve, and I just kind of feel like shit on Christmas Eve, and that I kind of take it easy, but can be up on Christmas Day and open presents and stuff. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So, I also wanted to talk, so I did run you through like all of that, but I did want to run you through some of the symptoms, or not symptoms, what's the word? Side effects. Some of the side effects I've been having from the Gonalef specifically. So the first like 2 days on Gonalef, I wasn't feeling anything. I was totally fine. By day 3, I started to feel some lightheadedness and some exhaustion, but I also have a toddler, so I can't blame that completely on the meds. And a little bit of bloating. The bloating started on day 3, but it was minor. Today, I feel 4 months pregnant. I definitely feel like I did when I was like maybe even 5 months pregnant. I just feel very bloated today, which I guess when you have 11 measurable follicles and then at least 10 smaller ones, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But those have been kind of the biggest symptoms I've had. Lately, I've also had like zero appetite, but I guess it could be worse. The lightheadedness is probably the biggest one, because I'll be totally fine and then all of a sudden I'll be like, ooh, which isn't fun. But feeling pretty good about this. I'm feeling like it's definitely doing stuff. The follicles are definitely growing. I'm definitely feeling good. And I don't know, I'm hoping that this is gonna go well. So it's happening. Bye guys.